Hey everybody, we're back with more Monster Hunter World, but I actually have to immediately gut punch you with some bad news. So, in learning how to better set up my setup and everything else, in transitioning of recording 3 episodes ahead of time, I actually overwrote my first 2 episodes where we finished up the last of the Monster Hunter World base content, and we started Iceborne. So sadly, I have no way of recovering that footage, so this is going to be a little bit different. But as a good recap, just to give you an idea to kind of get through this a little bit faster, as you see, things are already a little bit different. But in terms of optional quests, we completed, realistically, quote-unquote, everything. The big thing was I had to hunt 7 different types of tempered threat level 2 monsters. You know, Diablos, Black Diablos, Rathalos, Azure Rathalos, Legiana, Odogaron, monsters in the threat level 2 category. Apex predators of said regions that they all belong to. Now, with that in mind, by doing that, you unlock a quest called New World Sky, New World Flower, where you get to take on a tempered Pink Rathian and a tempered Azure Rathalos in the special arena. This is given to you from the lady in the armory, and by beating this, you unlock the Evasion Mantle. I'll be going over that when I show the 2 mantles that we unlock. Other than that, when you take down 3 different tempered threat level 3 monsters, i.e. the Elder Dragons, you know, we already defeated Kieran because he counts. We already fought Toestra in an episode, so fighting literally any other of the Elder Dragons, you know, Valhazak, Kushala, Nergigante, Lunastra, which I wouldn't recommend doing that one, you unlock the Summons from Below. You hunt a tempered Valhazak and Odogaron in the Rotten Vale. And I also completed the White Winds of the New World, which that quest is just kind of standard. You fight non-tempered versions of obviously those monsters in the special arena. They don't all show up at once. They all show up after X amount of time has passed. So if you are really quick and kill the monsters very, very quickly, then you're good. Because then they, you know, don't show up. Like, then you have, like, downtime in between it. But by beating the other 2 quests, we unlocked, like I said, the Evasion Mantle and the Rocksteady Mantle. Those are the new things that we got. And by that, we have the Evasion Mantle. Increases the invulnerability window while evading and grants a temporary attack boost for evading a monster attack at the very last moment. This is amazing because if you can dodge at the very last moment, you get a plus 20% to your attack for, what is it, 5 seconds? You get a huge boost to your physical attack for a small amount of time, but if you're constantly evading, and if you're using the longsword specifically, the Foresight Slash that counters you through an attack, that also activates the Evasion Mantle as well. Really good. I love this. This is one of my go-to mantles that I use in my actual file. The other one we have is the Rocksteady Mantle. This is from the Summons from Below. This is probably like the best mantle in the game. I know I said Temporal Mantle is usually everyone's favorite. This is my personal favorite. Eliminates damage reactions, so you don't even, you know, get stunned or knocked down or anything else while you're wearing this. Prevents wind effects. For fighting Kushala, this is like a godsend for you. Protects your hearing. Roars don't affect you. Ground tremors, so like when Radabon and Uragan slam on the ground, you're not affected there. You also receive less damage from attacks. This pretty much makes you invulnerable to pretty much everything, but you still take damage, but just reduced damage. This is great for tanking through to get a flinch shot, tanking through just to do big damage, to get a big attack off. Rocksteady is my favorite mantle in the game. So these are the 2 mantles that I have, that I unlocked from those 2 quests, and these are the 2 best mantles, in my opinion, in the whole game. For completing, it should be in my item box somewhere. Let me do my manage items. And maybe it's in cell. It's probably in cell. So in cell, if I can rearrange all of the, what is it? Yeah, auto sort everything. By completing the quest where you fight all of the Apex Predators in the special arena, the one we did for completing every optional quest in the game, you get a thing called the Research Commission Ticket. This lets you kind of craft, I guess, extra rare stuff in the game or whatever else. It's a cool item. It's not necessary. It's not mandatory. But as you also notice, my optional quest list is not complete. The final star one is blue. There is a quest for reaching Hunter rank 100, but we're only at 63. That one involves you fighting a tempered Kushala, Toestra, and I believe a tempered Nergigante. Something along those lines in the Elder's Recess, and that one does the same thing. It's a harder quest, gives you good decos, and it gives you a research commission ticket. So those are the only things that we had remaining left in Monster Hunter World base content, and those are completed. But sadly, like, we're not going to redo those because I lost the footage, but those are quests. I would recommend getting those 2 mantles, especially Rocksteady, because that one I feel personally is the best mantle in the game.
Do me a favor.
You're noticing things are different. Other than that, we have unlocked other things, but those are Iceborne related content. Now I can't show you exactly how things would transition into Iceborne because I could reload my save, but it's so far back that it would take a lot of time to get back to where I currently am, and I can't just re-show you the exact cutscenes that happen. But to give you an idea, I will put in the cutscenes that happen during events in the game, and I'll be showing off those. But like, we will be refighting the 2 monsters in Iceborne that I did already fight, which we'll be seeing them in the respective cutscenes. But the group of the feisty expedition crew that was right here, you would talk to them, and they would mention that they spotted a Legiana in the ancient forest. So then you would depart on an expedition for the ancient forest. So that's what we're gonna do. You notice that it says head to Horfar Reach. Don't worry about that. That's all Iceborne related. We'll be dealing with that stuff a little bit later. So none of this will really be the same because I already have done this, and it's not going to be a 1-for-1. Milo has to talk to us, but that's just about tail raiders from getting other gadgets. So you would arrive here in the ancient forest, and you and your handler would be searching for said Legiana. And it is actually here you'd start. You'd come out this way, and you'd kind of explore it, but nothing would be here. Like these Aptonoth and everything else, none of this would be here. It would all be missing, and it would be completely barren. You'd be finding some sparse Legiana tracks. You and your handler would kind of be speaking to each other. Pretty standard stuff, if I'm not gonna lie. It's all pretty standard. The big thing is you eventually actually travel out this way because you follow the very sparse Legiana tracks, and you would kind of hit like a head. You'd come out here, and I believe you would get here.
Legiana tracks here too. Hey, do you hear that? Is it the wind? No, that's not it. Is that singing? What is that?
So after that would happen, you would actually wind up back in town, and you would have a giant council meeting, as we've done in the past, where we would kind of discuss issues, problems, things we need to take care of. We come to the conclusion we need to follow the Legiana where they were going, and that mysterious other monster that kind of attacked the Legiana, and try to find whatever land is out there. We deduce that instead of taking by boat, we take the airship that the 3rd Fleet Master is in charge of. So we pretty much depart, and we use that boat to try to find whatever land is waiting beyond that.
Yo!
Your partner's already prepping.
She's with the Fleet Master. They're outside.
You're certain?
Yes, The clouds were headed in the same direction as the Legiana. The wind was blowing toward the northwest that day, so... Hey!
Prepared? A fair wind, just like the fifth banner. Luck's on our side.
Yeah! I can't wait to get started.
Anything yet?
I can't see anything in this fog.
We didn't come all the way out for nothing. We must keep looking.
Agreed.
Hey. Legiana, huh? And we have no idea where they're going?
Heard some kind of rumor about an island.
Yeah? That'd be pretty exciting, huh?
Look! An island?
The currents are getting worse. Hold on tight.
Yeah. Partner! I'm all right. But more importantly, look! An island!
Wait. That is no island.
You're right. It's a landmass.
It's too dangerous to continue.
But we're almost there.
We must regroup. You two inside.
Let's go. Lead the way. We'll find a place for the ship to land. See you later!
Oh, wow.
I'm good.
So then we arrive at the snowy region to kind of find land, explore, and kind of find what's about this winter wonderland. But when you arrive here, you and the handler are freezing to death, and then that's when the game unlocks layered armor officially, and then you get the cool Direwolf layered armor set. It doesn't actually change any of your skills or abilities. It literally is just something you wear over your armor to kind of be, you know, more customize your aesthetic to be how you want to look. So yeah, then we arrive at this winter wonderland, and we are meant to explore, but this region is the opposite of Elder's Recess, where Elder's Recess burns you to death. This place freezes you to death, but you don't actually take damage. Your stamina will just have those blue arrows, but you drink a hot drink, which it gives you in your item box or anything else. You get it, you do it, and then you're pretty much good for quite a while, honestly. And yeah, I've accepted the optional quest to hunt a monster we haven't seen yet, but obviously I can't redo his actual like story quest. We'll be showing that, so don't worry. But like as we explore, I'll have my scout flies bring me there. This land, like this region is actually really cool. I mean, it's Hoarfrost Reach, but it hasn't been named yet. But upon exiting the campsite, The Winter Wonderland Hoarfrost Reach, that they will eventually name it, is beautiful. But let's follow the scout flights and see what this monster, even though it's very obviously called Beotodus, that you can very obviously see. Because I don't even know why I'm trying to be like, ooh man, what's its monster we haven't quite seen yet? Because we can't redo the cutscene. But I'll play you the cutscene when we actually like get near the monster that would actually show up when you first encounter him. Please have the cutscene. Also, you can mount monster. Well, you can mount the small monsters, but there's no real like benefit to it. But
Looks like a clearing up ahead. Let's go check it out. I think we found our first tracks. Right. A popo? Huh? Okay.
yeah, Beotodus is really cool because he is pretty much a Lavasioth and Lavasia, but he is a snowfish, like literally a snowfish. And I don't know, like Beotodus' design I always thought was like probably the coolest of the fish. But we're gonna try to fight him here. We're using the Charge Blade. In the original episode, I actually used. Also, he'll fight that monster. Now that monster, I'm actually like slapping 2 episodes together because I finished Monster Hunter World's content and I started Iceborne's content in two separate videos. But I'm not doing that here. I'm kind of combining them into one. And that monster we'll see in the next episode, but that will be like the legit next episode because that one I didn't actually lose. But yeah, we have to fight Beotodus, who had a turf war with a monster called Bonboro. Alright, but now Beotodus is trying to get away from us because he had that turf war. Now he's a little bit tight, he's a little tuckered out. We're gonna try to. No, don't fight me. Don't fight me. Bonboro's not too much of a problem monster. He's very big. He's usually people's kind of like favorite poster boy of Iceborne. People really like Bonboro. But we don't personally want to deal with him right now because he's just kind of in our way. We want to deal with the fish himself. But yeah, Beotodus' design and everything else. Like, I mean, I don't like driving in snow personally. Like, where I live, we're now getting snow, so that's kind of a pain in the butt. But I do like how snow looks. I just am never the big fan of driving in it or dealing with the freezing cold. So I honestly really love this area of the game, just being this snowy island. Oh man. Yeah, Beotodus can inflict Ice Blight. It's always recommended to bring no berries with you so you can cure that off. If you do step in this really deep snow, it does actually slow your movement down. That is a thing that can happen to you. And having Ice Blight and having this deep snow is definitely hurting our mobility. Dang. But yeah, so I'm really sorry for losing that footage of the hunt. I was learning a couple new things about OBS, and sadly, like, From trying to learn it, I accidentally overwrote my first 2 save files that I had. So that's why I lost them. So I'm really sorry for that. We're doing pretty good. We actually did enough damage that we knocked Beototus out of the snow. Water, whatever. See if we can get him for another good attack before he gets away. Kind of. We didn't get a ton of damage off him, but we got enough. We're going to have to recharge our shield. But yeah, Beototus isn't a hard monster. He is actually, interestingly enough, he is the only, what are they called? The Piscine? I believe they're Piscine Wyverns. Beototus is the only Piscine Wyvern besides Gyarados that it makes you fight. Because you have to fight Gyarados when you first meet him, but you never actually have to fight Lavasioth. You only have to sight him, yes. You never actually have to fight him. So that's just a cool little fact for you. Plus, I actually kind of like that it made the very first monster you had to fight in Iceborne like one of the fish, because I'm not gonna lie, like, it wasn't until I was going for like gold crowns and everything else in the game, but until I had to kind of go for my platinum trophy and everything else, I never actually fought Lavasioth because I just didn't care about him, because he was never required, and honestly, he's the most annoying of all of the fish wyverns. At least I find him to be the most annoying. I just don't like how his body hards with the magma, and then you literally just can't hit him. Now, this is a capture quest. This quest was actually given to me after we complete a couple things, so we'll also just show that reward off here, and I just won't show that off in the future video when I actually get said quest. So it's gonna look really funny when I get the quest, and you're not gonna like, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll have to do that, but I literally do it. If I can knock him out of the snow again. Alright, come on, Beototus. Yeah, and because the thing with Iceborne is that it unlocks Master Rank. That's why all of this is so tough. Like, despite how strong my equipment is, it takes quite a bit to actually defeat them, because Master Rank makes the monsters a lot harder. They hit harder, and they're a lot tankier. We're gonna capture this Beototus, because one, that's the conditions of this quest. And I'll be showing like all of the armor and like everything we've been missing, or that we would have had at this point. I'll show that at the end of the video, like always. But yeah, even though I don't have like optimal, like perfect decorations, the behemoth armor that we're using, while we don't have like crazy high artillery, because I actually don't have artillery equipped because I forgot to re-equip the charm that I bought. But despite having all of this really powerful, good skilled armor, look how Beototus is standing up against us. Like, he's not defeated. Like, that just shows you the first introductory monster of Iceborne, how strong and bulky they are. So where's he going? That's why I'm not spamming SAEDs with the Charge Blade either, because Beototus has all of this movement, it's a little risky to try to get that good positioning to try to hit him with an SAED. That's why I'm really trying to hope I get like a stun to knock him out of the snow. There we go, like that. That's what I want. Here we go. No, Bonbro! Why are you here? You're ruining everything! Now, the other thing is, I gotta be really careful not to kill Beototus, because this is a capture and we don't want to kill him. Alright, but there's a limp though. There's a limp. So now we want to get him away from Bonbro, because we don't want Bonbro to actually accidentally get caught in the trap. Because then that's just, I mean, it's gonna, I have an extra trap and trank bombs that I bring with me, but we really don't want to have to waste that, because the game's giving us free tools to use, and we want to use those. Now, same thing with Wildspire with Gyarados, how you can't plant it in like water. You also can't plant the shock trap in deep snow. You have to plant it Oh, that might work. I guess he's not in deep snow right here. Really close, though. And then there, in the story, you would defeat Beotodus. You could actually defeat or capture him. I believe in the actual episode, I captured Beotodus. And then, because now we had, quote, cleared a path or made this region a little bit safer to explore, then we set up town, which you'll see it. The town that we will be occupying while we're on this snowy island. My favorite town, actually.
Oh, wow! This looks like the perfect place to land. Hey, they're here! Think they saw us. Hey!
Nice work. Base is coming along well.
The Legiana, they're here?
Yes, we found their tracks. There's no mistaking it.
We'll need to ramp up this investigation. For now, let's get our base camp up and running. Assemble at the council table. We need to talk things over.
Yes, sir. Exciting.
It's freezing.
And yeah, we found the new town. We're building the town of Celiana. But that was pretty much everything that I had lost that we were missing up to that point. So the next episode and then the ones going forward will be back to normal. I just lost these 2 episodes of footage, so I just want to show you that. The last thing I want to bring attention to is, upon getting to Celiana, the armory lady tells you that she wants to upgrade the mantles and put decorations in them. If you notice, it said that our Gilly Mantle was the Gilly Mantle Plus. That's what that quest was. She gives you the quest to go hunt Beotodus to capture him, and what she does is she gives you the Gilly Mantle Plus. It does the same effect. The effect does not change, but now you have decoration slots. The Gilly Mantle now has 2 level 3s, meaning you can customize the Gilly Mantle, but the other problem is those decoration slots are only active while the Gilly Mantle is on. Meaning, like, if I slot 2 attack boosts in there somehow, and I wasn't wearing the Gilly Mantle, I do not get that +2, that attack boost +2. I only get it while I have the mantle on, but once the mantle wears off, I also no longer get the effect. So it's only active while you're wearing the mantle, and the mantle's effect is in effect. Well, the mantle's effect is in effect. Yes, good sentence. So yeah, there will be quests. There will be quests like that will allow you to upgrade actually every mantle and even the boosters. But we don't have a lot of those, and we only have the Gilly Mantle one. So I just wanted to bring attention to that. It makes your mantles a little bit more customizable, which is really, 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 really nice. So next time on Monster Hunter World, you'll be back to the episode I actually recorded before that I did not lose, and then after that we will continue to work through the newly unlocked Master Rank. So whatever I did not explain, I'll explain in the future, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.